All right, buddy. Welcome in to let me turn my light on to our live trading here. I'm your host Gerardo G Money Pius, and welcome to the session. These are pre pre-launch trade Yesterday Academy sessions. The official schedule for the Yesterday Academy right now is on Tuesdays and Thursday only. But since you guys have access to the WhatsApp group, we get that extra session in here for us. But once everything gets settled in, we'll invite the rest of the crew over to join us as well. But as always, right here we're not licensed financial advisors. Trade information shared is for educational purposes only. Any trade idea or suggestion, and it is trade at your own risk. So please make sure to use proper risk management and lot sizes. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Let's see. Tommy, welcome in. Andrea, Nico, Annette, Danielle, Eduardo, Joe. What's going on, Eduardo? Keston, Miss Leticia, Pablo, Net MS, Miss Andrea, Paul, what's going on, Prachi?
That's
Ron,
Deanna G Money. It's
huh?
Deanna.
No, yeah, no, I know. I was reading that. Yeah, Deanna. I know it is. I saw the message there. I saw the face. Like, okay, I got it. Yeah, but it's Deanna. Welcome in. Welcome in. Um, I'm recognizing the faces now. And yeah, and Danielle. So in the official live calls for the Yesterday Academy, they're through their website and they're through through a Vimeo software. So there's like a little button there. We're not doing it live through there, so I can't actually show you. But yeah, it's through Vimeo, and there's like a little button there that you have to do to get in the chat. So tomorrow I'll take I'll check that out. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we actually have an alert for people right now. Okay. The trade has been called. This candlestick right here closed, and it confirmed the feeble trade. How you're supposed to use this is just simply when it closes, you try to get in. My advice, right? My advice with this is that always try to get in right at break even. Okay, right at break even, or just above, the entry line. Anything in between, we're kind of chasing, right? So I think I'm the fifth on the Telegram, but not getting the indication. Okay, Keston, we'll check that out here in a second. So I did get the alerts. I did get the alerts myself. And I think, I did get the alerts. So we'll go back to that. No problem. So believe it or not, y'all, I've been getting questions about the Feeble and all that stuff. I know the default version of it has like a lot of little wiggly lines and stuff, but we really do just need to care. We care about is this, this, and your lot size that you're gonna use. That's all we really care about. Okay. Um, the idea behind this is you enter, you put your stop loss, and you put your take profit. Feeble's probability takes care of the rest, right? So this is literally a set it and forget it indicator. Right now, if time passes by and you didn't get in, well, Feeble does not track the results of break even. Feeble does not track the results of what do you call moving your stop loss and profit, none of that stuff, right? It tracks the results when it hits take profit and when it hits stop loss. Okay. So if for whatever reason price comes back and you decide to enter there, you can because the signal is still valid. Okay. If price goes back up and you see price all the way up here and it hasn't hit stop loss, I mean it's even more valid to get there because you have a small and then take it down. All right. So that's how it works, guys. Okay. It's just some money go, some have give bigger pips than others. Okay. I think if I turn back that on, okay. So see for this one, it was where's it at? A 100 pip stop loss. Sorry, yeah, a pip target of 100, pip target of 100 and 160. So I think yeah. When should you consider it invalid? That's the thing. It's like we were recommending that by the way, I did take this trade. I did a put position in there because this is what we were looking for. So just make sure to use proper risk management. Um, there is times where it could be invalid. As far as has it been too long? But ideally, right? Ideally, you know, trying to get in like the first, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes to me is the best. Okay. Now, and it technically is not invalid because the if the signal comes on, it's gonna get reported as a um as a what do you call as a percentage gain or loss at the end of the month. Okay. So but us trading it manually or just kind of doing our own analysis. I would say, within the first 5, 10 minutes would be ideal to get in um, and just kind of wait and let the trade play out. Yeah. Yeah. So we got the people there. I also was looking for sales as well, right? I was looking for sales as well with the analysis that we have. And this is another way we can validate the feeble signal, right? We got the high, we got the low. We're bearish on the 5-minute box system. Okay. All right, drawings where we got this is the high, the low, we got structure. Feeble comes on right at 61% of this. It's a pretty good trade. It's a pretty good trade. So I like it. Yeah, it just touched 61%, and it's just a matter of just letting the trade play out. I still would like to go lower. And I think if we hit take profit and we can establish ourselves below this 23%, we're good to go. We're good to go.
Gmoney, do you know what the winning percentage is of the FIBO? I think I already asked, but
No, that's fine. It's fine. It's been pretty good, man. It's been positive. I think last month was 6%, 6% gains. Yeah, but
it's like six. Okay.
over the period of the month.
Yeah, well, as long as it's profitable, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
But the last 6 months, man, it's been some months I have the things there, right? But um I think it's been a profitable month the last 6 months, and I think cumulatively it's been 80%, man. Gains, 80% gains.
So on like if on an account, like if you had 1,000, it would be like 1,800.
Correct, correct.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, that's very good, especially for somebody who doesn't have too much time or much knowledge in the idea, right? It is very nice.
You can pass funded accounts like that.
Yes, and that's
Like
what the Spanish
it is
community did
profitable,
all
yeah.
year one. I mean, I think Paul, I mean, he can be a testament to that too. Paul, is a very experienced trader, but he does use the technology a lot, and I think he's passed funded accounts that way.
Just by sit and forget it.
Yep.
Proper risk management, yeah.
¿Tú cómo lo haces, Paul? Si te puedo preguntar.
Hey G, buenas.
Buenas, buenas.
¿Qué
¿Tú
tal?
cómo, si has pasado la pasada?
Yo estoy dentro de esta,
Sí.
pero a mí yo hago mi propio análisis y a partir de ahí, pues entro con FIBO, básicamente.
Gotcha. Yeah. So basically, because he does have more experience, right, um in the trade, he does his own analysis, and then when Feeble confirms it, um, he actually enters. But there are people from the Spanish community who literally just have their own separate account. Things on the other, they have their own separate accounts with Feeble by itself, and they pass prop firms that way.
Y tengo otra cuenta con mi análisis, claro.
Okay, perfecto. Yeah. Gracias, Paul.
That's very cool. Like, is there also an option that you can do it like the second it confirms a trade? at the 5 minute that it places it for you like automatically. So you don't even have to like place it manually.
I think there's like some technologies with that, right? There's some technologies, but I think that you have to kind of do that on your own, somehow. But yeah, every entry is manual on our part. All right, guys, let me check something out here real quick. I do like this. I'm telling you, we could, we got the New York volume in at 8:30 Central. I do like to take profit as well because it's just around that 23% of the swing. Okay. And I like it, man. It's just a matter of to see if it moves in that direction. Okay. Let me see. I think last night I saw in the chat, excuse me, um, a chart with Euro USD and the Fibo signal. They can work, just FYI, those not officials, right? Because it's still calculating the volume and the movement, but just those are not official signals until it goes. Oh, another thing here too, Tommy, right? That's the reason why it's really important to know how to read structure, okay? And know how to use your risk management. So if the entry is here, and currently right now the stop loss is a bit higher than the take profit, right? Let's say it's a $10 drop, and the stop loss is $12, right? In this scenario. But again, though, right, we can use the highs because we know price can, if this is a swing down, up, down, that could be the area where, we can put our stop loss, right? And therefore minimizing the risk in that scenario. So this could be something like this right there, just like that. Okay, so it's a 1.5 to 1 setup. As far as your lot size, right? As far as the lot size, I believe the lot size is calculated based on the stop loss in pips, right? So you will lose less simply because your stop loss is shorter. Okay.
And I also just noticed I don't understand what are wicks.
Wicks, like the little wick up here on the
Yeah,
candle.
like because because you have the candle, but I never understood what is the wick? Like why is it a wick? Why is it just not just a candle?
Oh, gotcha. This
Yeah.
man, you know how to. That's the you're kind of like a AI man. You have no idea what a candlestick is, and you're already making some money.
I mean,
So,
I know it.
you skipped the basics, Tommy. You skipped the basics, guys. So we were in this trade. We got in around there. The take profit is around 33.49. If this one hits take profit, I will be analyzing for another trade. But yeah. So Tommy, simply, man, a candlestick is a it's communicating to us what happened at that time. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's kind of like a data. So on a 5-minute chart, okay, we got the open and the close. So during that 5 minutes, price may have gone higher and lower. So and then during this 5-minute chart, during that 5-minute time frame, excuse me, it went as high as this price line and as low, but it marks only the open and the close in here. So it just lets us know where price traveled during that time. Okay, where price traveled during that time. All right, guys, how are we looking in this one? Anybody else take the little signal there of FIBO? We're about 50-60% in profits.
I'm making money like an AI.
I took it before, man. As soon as we
Nice.
came off the call, I sold it at 33.61.
There you go, man. Who needs AI, Andy, right? I'm just kidding. There's even more confirmation. Like, yeah, and this scenarios too, right? This is where we can start kind of putting Lambo lot size whenever there is needed.
The Lamborghini.
But here, guys, too. Also, make sure to count pips, guys, because this is a whopping $10 drop. That's 100 pips, right? It's 100 pips. So, if you're used to getting 50, taking profit at the midpoint line is at the middle is fine. Always kind of, take that into consideration. That's how I like to use FIBO, right? It's a high probability movement, right? High probability movement that if we can at least get halfway, and that's 35 pips, 50 pips, that's pretty good, right? And I think what was it, Tommy, that last time you and I were chatting about high probability setups and high probability, what was it, direction or what was it?
No, it's I think high probability setup and high probability movement, and it was explaining the difference.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, and after, Tommy and I were chatting about that, that is basically how I analyze charts. Okay. A high probability setup, right, is you doing your analysis here and there and kind of like finding a good high, right, a good low, and waiting for price to get to that 88%, and it's a tight stop loss, okay? And then price hits your TP down here. Okay. Boom. Okay. So this is a high probability setup. Okay. Everybody following along? I am more of a high probability. I favor more high probability movement, right? Or direction. Movement. Okay. So price, anybody who just trades with a high probability setup, if they get stopped out, they're done for the day, right? Me, if I know the bigger movement is down, and if for whatever reason, right, we take out a stop loss or whatnot, I have a feeling the direction is gonna be lower. So I kind of stick with my guns and just kind of maintaining that entry there, and then from there, I continue to trade to the downside. So I use the high probability movement first, and then I try to find a high probability setup with the fib and things like that. So that's why a lot of the times, we get the direction correctly. And then from there, it goes. All right, we also got news at 9, guys. So let me kind of quickly speculate these charts and see what I can see us going all the way down here to 33.33 today before we get a stronger pullback. And we got the New York volume in. It looks like it's pushing down, so that's pretty good. Diana, you're part of Yes or Yes, correct, Diana? Just correct me if I'm wrong on that. Perfect. Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, yeah. I got you in the Telegram, so I'll send you a message directly just to kind of go through that. All right. So there's going to be an update, guys, right? I'm going to be the Ichimoku box system. It is going to be the indicator that I'm going to just complimentary provide for people. But they just have to kind of sign up for free in the Yes or Yes Academy, and then they put their TradingView username in their system. Send me a screenshot, and I'll add it on my side. Okay. So the update that we're gonna get is basically it's called now up here, right? SMT Ichimoku box system. Okay. And I'm still giving access to that one directly. And let me hide keyboard. Okay. And basically it has, the same box. You can change the color to your liking, but now it does come with the green line and the blue line and the black line this way. So easier to communicate about it. And it still has the same features that it had before. So that's it's a good thing. and I'll give you guys access to this, which will, it actually helps it helps us with FIBO there. And also a good way to kind of, give something to somebody who is interested in the community and kind of want to explore it. We can give them access to the indicator. All right, guys, so yeah, we're just waiting. We're waiting for price to take profit. There's news around the corner, so here in about 10 minutes, I'll start speculating other pairs. I do want to give you guys some tips when it comes to your indicator. This little area right here, these little four squares, and then Nico, this may help you out, okay? Especially whenever you're, kind of have multiple charts and so forth. This indicator template is very, very useful, okay? This allows you to not have all your indicators on the entire time, okay? You see that I only have 4 indicators on right now. And I have this one as like a general template. If I click general template, all my indicators come back on, okay? But right now, while I'm in New York, I have the SMT NYSE right there, and it removes some indicators. If I just want to have FIBO on, I have a FIBO one, click it, and I mean, I have the boxes in there always, right? But if you just want to have FIBO by itself, right? Like nothing else, you can simply, again, see, I can delete these indicators here, delete all these indicators, all of them. And there's no need to fret. It's already saved here. Go back to FIBO, and they come back on. Okay, so that's one way for to save your indicator. So my suggestion, right? Let's say you have a clean slate of indicators, and then go to invite community and go to COC live and add your indicator. I like to remove the blue lines. The backgrounds, you can keep them or not. And then I like to remove the boxes as well, just to have the entry and stop loss scenario. All right, you guys. Visibility, you guys know how I like to do this. I don't want to see it in every time frame, so I won't get temptations and try to find confirmations. And there it is. FIBO set up properly. Okay, there. Go to indicator, go to the template, save the indicator, and just say, let's say FIBO only. Remember the symbol and remember the time frame. Make sure you're in the Lambda 5-minute chart. Let me put a little icon there. Save it. Perfect. Then you can go to your US 30 or your chart. Then you can, go back to your little template and then go back to your, the one that you use. And then you know what? I got to check FIBO. I got an alert from FIBO. Okay, perfect. Just go here and then look for FIBO only. It'll take you back to the 5-minute gold chart. It'll take you back to that, and it'll just have the FIBO indicator up there. So that's a good way to expedite that. And yeah, hopefully that works. All right, guys. Efficiency. I was looking for a word, Nico. I just didn't. I couldn't come out of my.
Quick question, G.
Go for it,
Hey,
Rob.
this is gonna be recorded. Where do I go get this recording so I can set my indicators up?
As soon as the session's over, it takes about 15 minutes to get, and I'll upload it for you. Okay, and I'll share the recording. I'll share the recording link in the WhatsApp. However, guys, remember I do have that YouTube channel where all my recordings are being uploaded there. So once you get that link to WhatsApp, once you get that link in the WhatsApp, Ron,
yes, sir.
It'll take you there.
Okay, appreciate you, buddy.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right, guys. FIBO is treating us pretty well. So far, we're in blue. Yeah, let me speculate further. Let me go back to my regular chart settings.
We have a 3 drop-based drops there.
Nice. Yeah, volume is pushing. All right, beautiful. Yeah, so back to the big speculation, guys, okay? This is kind of what we have so far. Oops. We got the Elliott wave. We're treating this as one big impulse. That was the correction. We broke above it. Okay. I think the movement for gold is to the buys, right? No, that's fine. But I think it's trying to balance out itself before it goes higher. So on the 1 hour time frame, let me hide the indicators right quick. I do have this fib, right? From low to high. Okay, I do have this fib from low to high, measuring the entire swing. Here's the pullback, just missed the 50%, but we went back up above 23, came back down, used the 38% as support, and then we broke through efficiently. Okay, so we are bullish. However, we have not hit the extensions, so there's not an actual higher high yet, and therefore we don't adjust this fib. Okay, we don't adjust it. We keep it as is. So now we turn on the box indicator on the 1 hour time frame. Here's the impulse, right? And I think it's probably trying to come back towards the, balance out the equilibrium of the black line. And then on the 5-minute chart, we do have that structure down. Okay. We do have that structure down. To me, things will confirm better if we get below 33.50. Okay. Because I have the yes, sir, Lambo lots already. I got the high, I got the low right there. If we get back below 23%, 33.50, I think the sellers establish their control and it can get us to the downside. This between 23% and the extension or even this take profit, another 170 pips. Okay. So I do like that as well. And maybe get a nice burst of price action. What was Fibo's take profit, guys?
3348.58.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. I would always just put it just a little bit, maybe 33.49, right? But let me set my TP on I have 3 entries, all calculated with risk management, no Lambo lots, guys. Just FYI. So what I do, I take profit there on I'm expecting it to go lower, right? The gold price. I'm expecting it to go lower. So I'll secure a Fibo trade and then I'll let my runner go. Okay. And if we can establish ourselves again here, we'll go look for another entry. All right. I'll put an alarm here as well at 33.49. Let me go ahead and speculate further for other pairs. As we got the news here at 9, we should be in profit with this trade if you guys were entering around the blue line. What do the blue lines represent in the Fibo, the cloud? The Fibo, let me see here, Nico, 1 second. Okay, the ones that I turned off. Okay. Okay. So this it's the midpoint is the 50% of each box. Okay. Yeah. So if you're talking about the box, it's the 50% of each line. Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. These over here. These. It's kind of like a hide drawings, hide okay. These lines are basically just kind of like they take the last low and the last high, and they're kind of like liquidity lines. Let price come touch like a liquidity, and then it'll shoot down. So that's what they are. That's what they are. That's all it is. Yeah,
Like basically just like the box system shows like support and resistance. Okay.
correct. Yeah. So when price, for example, let's kind of back test a little bit of how this worked. Like here, like it kind of looks for the flat areas. So when price goes and gets very near the flat area, okay, it's like a liquidity area. And once it taps into it, it's like the indicator has to pass like 2 or 3 phases, right? And the most important of it is actually reading structure. Okay. So when price gets near a liquidity area, okay, on its own, it'll start. First, it checks the structure. So check. Then it checks, did it touch liquidity? Check. And then it'll probably check for like an engulfing candle. Check. And then once it gets that, it gives a signal. Yeah, that's not the exact thing, but that's for the most part how it works. All right, yo. All right, perfect. We are 10 minutes away from news, guys. Just FYI, you can break even, take profit, just secure something. Because the news can make us take profit or come back and play with our emotions. So, the whole thing about trading is just learning how to win. We'll try to catch another trade as well, but just make sure to protect your capital. All right, let me go to Euro USD. Yeah, there you go. Nothing wrong with that, ma'am. All right, let me do the NYSE markup here for some other pairs, and then we'll go back here right at 9 o'clock for this feeble thing. All right, so okay, so your USD is showing bullish, interestingly enough. If they blow the high, there it is. All right, check the hour. All right, that's interesting. Your USD is actually pointing to the top side. That's very interesting. We do have a bullish impulse. Okay, nice bullish impulse, low to high. And there. We'll measure the same thing like we do gold. There we are. And yeah, this is going to be straightforward for me, guys. It still shows bullish, but these buyers cannot establish themselves above that 23%. We know I think it's going to go down to 50. Okay. So it's just about waiting for that right confirmation. So we're either going to go here to 50% for Euro USD, or we're going to hit to an extension after we break out of this 23%. Like so. We can, Andrea, just because the news event is there, if you're in profit, just to secure some profit, you can. As I was mentioning earlier with this price, the news that's around the corner, this red folder news, where's it at? Refresh. Yeah, we got ISM services, PMI in 5 minutes. This is going to be a dump in volume in the charts. Okay. That high volume, it's either going to help us win the trade much faster or go back to our entry, maybe kind of make it seem like it's going to go back up and then go down, or it can completely reverse it. So just that's how the news works. Okay. Yeah, but usually around this time, 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before, you can exit your trades as long as you're in blue, right? Yeah. Victor, I will have it ready. It's ready. I just need to do one more thing, but it will be ready and accessible today. Okay. Gracias, gracias, gracias. All right, guys. Yeah, so Euro USD, I will speculate to sell first, and but I will wait a little bit. I will wait so keep an eye on this one, Tommy. Let's let it touch the 50% of the midpoint, and then we'll regroup. So maybe come here, retest, and down. So I'm gonna have my alarm right here at 50% of the 5 minute midpoint, and keep track of that one for me, man. All right, GBP USD is similar scenario, guys. Similar scenario. Yeah, similar scenario for that. And so I'm not really favoring the GBP right now. Let me take a glance at UJ, and then we'll go back and focus on gold. All right, let's see. Good. This is interesting. We have a bullish cloud right there, Tommy, right?
USD JPY.
Yeah.
For some reason the cloud. Oh, I have too many indicators. Hold on. On the 5 minute, it's still bearish.
Well, 1 hour is bullish. 1 hour is bullish. But 5 minute
Yes.
is still bearish.
Kijun-sen also pointing upwards.
The midpoint here is very near that one, so that can bring the price back up. Yeah, so same thing with USD JPY. Okay, same thing with USD JPY. I would like for it to come and touch the midpoint of the 204 on the 5 minute chart. Impulse, let it touch, get one more pullback, and then I can see us going upwards. Okay, so same thing. We don't not enough data for us to really make a decision. So I'll wait on those. And then once it go ahead.
Oh, yeah, we were talking yesterday how on USD JPY how it still hasn't touched that 1 hour drop-based drop. It's still up. You remember? Yeah, a bit further up.
There. Oh, good question. Yeah, so there he goes. Yeah, where is price gonna go? And sometimes it wants to go back to equilibrium. So there it is. I do like that trade. I mean, I do like that direction. Over 100 pips. I don't mind it at all. So yeah, let's keep that in mind. All righty.
But then again, you see also the BEC, right?
One more time.
You see the BEC, right, on the 50%. The bearish, the big bearish candle.
This one here?
No.
Oh, here. This one.
Yeah. Isn't that BEC?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sometimes, guys, sometimes these, because they can just be, thanks, Nico. Sometimes these could be kind of like just, a pullback, because again, the structure is important. You see the structure?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes those candlesticks are there. All right, y'all. So if you're stayed in, careful. If not, you can get out, no shame. Okay. And we'll just regroup. Okay. You should be closing in profits. Okay. We should be closing in profits. if you use the Fibo signal. All right. 1 second, 0. Let's see what it does. Look at that. Woo. We got out. I'm
I
still
barely-
bearish.
Barely closed in profits.
Yeah, I got out. I'm still bearish. And see that's a good experience here, Andre, right? That's why live trading is important, because it could have gone both ways. You could have said, oh man, I stayed in, I should have stayed in. But now you say I'm glad I got out, right? So regardless though, right? I think it's just, hey, I got out in profit. That's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. UJ did ring our bell, man. Ooh.
Now it's going all the way down. Come
No, that's
on.
good. This is good. This is good. Because remember, I'm only looking for buys for UJ. So anything down, I really don't care. Okay.
I mean, gold.
Hold on.
Just when I got out, not because I thought it was going up, now it's going down.
We're still gonna look for sales, Tommy, as long as we get below that 23%.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like trying to make a decision.
Gold is gonna teach you patience, Tommy.
I don't have no patience.
Bro, listen, when you're trading gold, man, you have to just be patient. And I realize like each time I break my trading plan, it's like it results in a loss. When I wait, the price just comes right there. You just have to have a point of interest, man, and like, you know what? This is the point of interest. Mark it up and just wait on it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the AI Fibo, it's still in the trade. It has no idea when news are gonna come or anything. All right, guys, let's see. Let's see. The quicker we can get out these roller coasters, sometimes, guys, and secure profit, that is sometimes for the best. And us getting out, or me getting out before the news actually hit is kind of like, getting out of the roller coaster, right? So I do like this plan. There's a rally-based rally right here. If we can find a way to get below it, which is also tied up with the 23% of the 5-minute box, and use it as a flip zone, I like it. 10 minutes. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and erase the Fibo because we technically are most of us got out. I'm gonna go here to the 20-minute and check my boxes. Okay, so at a glance, right? At a glance of the candlestick by itself. Previous week was bearish. Monday, bullish. Tuesday, bearish, right? However, we did not make a lower low. Okay. We didn't make a lower low, but there is selling pressure from Tuesday because the candlestick was bearish. Okay. So here goes the high of the candle. Here goes the low of the previous day, and we're right at that 50%. Okay. If today wants to make a lower low, okay, price always has its distances, right? It can't go further than it needs to. So if I fib from high to low the previous day, okay, like that, you see how we're kind of hovering around 38, 50, 61%. I think once we get below 23%, as we've been doing, I like the sells down to the extension today, right? Today. And then from there we kind of regroup because we don't want to get a that was These Victor, it's another indicator. And so let me guys show you this, guys, because my attempt at making sure we're all on track, right? I have to be on track for you guys. And I'm creating like a little manual for us to use for onboarding, but at the same time, I am creating my courses, foundation, trading view, my layout, my watch list, my indicators, right? So right here, Victor, I'll have a session on how to use those boxes, right? Core teachings, and then the advanced stuff that you guys need to learn. Okay, so telling you all you guys' ideas and feedback, it's making me brainstorm of kind of what's been needing and missing just to kind of keep everything nice and organized. That will be located inside of the Yes or Yes Academy. Yep. I think we have some basic courses on there now. Um, um, there's one on the basic and there's one on the basic plus. The basic plus, I sent that one to be uploaded, I think, on Monday. I think just getting reviewed and cleaned up. And if not there, they should be there. But yeah, they'll be in the Yes or Yes Academy. Okay, guys. I will be providing some free content outside as well, just to kind of promote and just kind of let people know who we are as a community and trading. But yeah. All right, well, let's see. Goes this thing.
You shouldn't trade during news.
Say it again.
This is why you shouldn't trade during news.
Well, just know how to get out of it, right? Know how to get out of it.
Absolutely.
If somebody, right, if somebody was saying, hey, I'm gonna buy from this 10-minute rally-based rally, they're winning, you see? And like if somebody was like, I'm only gonna buy from the 10-minute rally-based rally, they use that, and boom, they're in profit. But
Yeah, but they could have gone like the other way, like just as hard.
Yep.
Right?
También Paul, yeah, Paul también cerró. Good job. Yeah, but that's always been the advice, guys. 5-10 minutes before, if you're in a position, it's always good to break even. Excuse me, break even. There's no shame in closing because of these situations.
But are there not traders that like literally trade the news?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Are they profitable?
I don't know, man.
Oh
It's
yes.
a myth.
Watch Raja Banks.
I was about to say that name, Aniko.
Oh my, yes.
Roger
He is
Bank.
the goat of news trading on gold.
But he has a lot of money, so he can easily just pick. I remember I saw him one time on Instagram, and he was like, "I'm gonna do a breakout, a buy stop here, and a sell stop here. Whichever way it goes, I'm gonna win this trade." I was like, "Oh man, must be nice."
Well, the guy actually worked his way up. I mean, if you listen to his story, there was a time when he basically had to sit down with his wife, and it was their last money, their rent money that he traded with.
Oh wow.
And he just, yeah. And of course, he was absolutely depressed and everything else. I mean, he went through like every other trader is like, okay, I'm blowing money away because I'm gambling. And then he basically just heads down, he learned everything about trading. And now the guy is a multimillionaire.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, if there is anybody out there that a guru out there, he's not a guru. He really is a
yeah, he
profitable,
is,
great businessman. That's probably one of the guys that that more for his mindset, more for his mindset. He does have a great mindset when it comes to kind of coaching trading.
yeah,
He's really good at that.
yeah.
Let me see here. No, thanks, Nico, for sharing that. Thanks, Joe. Actually, yeah, the DXY is melting. Perfect, perfect. All righty, let's see. We could potentially trade towards that rally-based rally, guys. About an 18 pip move. I mean, $18 move. Let's see. Okay, that closed. 20 minutes. Too much time. All right. So here's a setup, guys. Remember, the only thing we have control in our trading is our entry, stop loss, and take profit in our risk. That's all we think. And we got to pick a direction. We got to pick a direction, and we also have to pick, an entry. Okay. Raja, Raja back. You can type it in there, Nico, for me, please. Just to make sure we get us. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so the box system still has this bearish. Okay, let me go ahead and get out of the Fibo. I'm actually am liking this a lot, guys. Up here, this templates, I really am liking it. There it is. So just I'll keep playing with this. Try to use it yourself. Okay, so the only thing we have control in trading, right, is it's where we enter. And by our entry and stop loss determines everything else. Okay. If you go to the 15-minute chart, remember, I want to trade with the momentum of a previous candlestick. Okay. So if the previous candlestick is bullish, I'm looking for buys. Okay. If the previous one is bearish, I'm looking for sells. All right. And this works in all time frames. However, different time frames give you different scales, different time periods to wait, and so forth. So I just was having said that, what is catching my attention right now? Okay, what would you guys say is catching my attention right now?
I'd say it's the last bullish push up.
This one right here, right? The
Yeah.
current candlestick.
A
Yes.
morning star that's forming.
Okay, I didn't see that one, Andy, but yeah, good observation there.
Yeah.
So this current candlestick is catching my attention. Okay. This current candlestick is catching my attention. And all right, I'm gonna make a decision on that candlestick alone. However, it hasn't closed. We still got about 3 minutes left. But we can still mark it up, right? We can still mark it up. Low to high. Okay, right there. And measure that movement with the Fibonacci tool. Okay, right there. Okay, let me remove this for now. So all we do that is we wait for that candlestick to close. And here goes, Tommy. So you see how the wicks is, price was as high as that area when it comes to the wicks, right? It's been there before. It's just letting us, it's like a footmark, man. It's like a footprint, right? You're playing outside and you're in the mud. You come back inside to your house and you step on grandma's carpet and you see the footprints on the floor. Well, that's what the wick is. The wick is letting us know that, hey, I've been this high before. And then when the price closes, it closes right there. Okay.
That makes sense.
You got it? There he goes.
Yeah, I actually knew that, but I don't know why.
You just forgot. Yeah,
It's so simple that my brain likes to overcomplicate it sometimes.
Yeah, when you asked that question, I was going. And then Nico, yeah, you can start looking at other things. But again, though, this one candlestick is like an ETM candle, right? It's allowing me to make a decision. And with this candlestick alone, I then decide, okay, I'm gonna get in at 38%. Let's just say. Actually, let's say I'm gonna get in at 50%. I'm gonna put my stop loss down here. And the take profit is always at an extension. So when this candlestick closes in 90 seconds, the other one is going to open in that same level. It's going to go down. And it's going to read like this. Okay. But if it goes down and it goes back up, right, it's going to leave a wick. And then it's going to go back up. Okay. So that's what I'm waiting for, guys. That's exactly what I'm waiting for. To let that candlestick close, and then we can check out for then we can check out other confirmations. So Nandy sees a morning star. Nico is seeing some structure here: low, high, higher low, higher high. We're also breaking this structure here. Okay, so that's the reason why. Is more reason for us to get a pullback here as well. Okay.
And yeah, mine's coming back to retest the 236 on my original fib, so we're above it. And
on the 1 hour, Dan, let me check it out real quick, man.
No, just on the 5 minute. The one that we had fib going the opposite directions. Yeah, that one. So see, we had the one impulse
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, you had it right the other way.
Like this, right? Down?
No, it was going up from the previous. That was a previous markup that didn't have our negative. Didn't hit the negative 0.1. Is that in a 5 minute or a 1
No,
hour?
that was the 1 hour. That was a big time frame, man. That was a big time frame.
Right, big time frame. So, so we were looking at that range where we had the 5 minute and the 236 at the 5 minute and 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's like broke above the high. So we broke out the top 236, heading back up, So
Yeah. I
based
think,
on
yeah,
that fib that we had earlier, the two
yeah.
fibs.
I'll go back to that second. So even right here, guys. So see, remember we had the high and the low here as the impulse, and we have to put the fib in that direction because that's the direction of it, right? The move. Look what it couldn't break. You see that? It was not able to pass that 23%.
Mhm.
So that 23% is a big factor when it comes into trading. It's still a bearish fib in this scenario because the highs haven't switched. But what Dan was talking about was this fib right here, the big box fib. Let me erase that real quick. And we measure the big box's fib on the 1 hour chart. We're above that 23%, guys. So, all right, let's see what we can find.
Yeah, that's the one. Mhm.
All right. Again, a pullback, but I think we're gonna keep going higher. Let me just see. All
Yeah,
right,
and I'm liking that 30-minute drop base drop.
I'm gonna put an alarm right here at the Asia high. It's 33.72. I would like for us to touch that first. Asia high. I would like for us to touch that first, get some volume from there, and then we wait for the pullback, guys. Okay. And then I would like at least to take us first to this 30-minute drop base drop. And look at this. This is very nice. In 42 minutes, we're about to form a rally-based rally. So I'm not saying to wait that long. All I'm saying is let it touch the Asian high. And then on the lower time frame, we could potentially catch the entry to flip this thing.
So are you changing your bias?
Yes,
Bias?
yes, yes. And on that, Nico, right? It's just with the flow of price, right? The flow of price because the momentum is very, very strong. I think Joe mentioned and it brought my attention that the DXY is also dropping very good. I believe the euro is pumping up. The GU is also pumping up, and then the USD JPY is pumping down. So initially, right, I had the DXY as potentially strong, but the other pairs are communicating otherwise. Yeah, so there we are. And as always, guys, right, my main intention every day is to get the I just realized the time. Is to get the bigger move of the day. So like yesterday, for example, okay, yesterday we looked for sales. So how do I grade myself on an intraday basis? I grade myself by analyzing, okay, New York is the one that judges me, right? New York judges me. Yesterday I looked for sales. Here goes the New York movement yesterday. This the high, here's the low. So it moved more during New York to the sell side. Now the buy did come, but it was less pip movement than the sell. So yesterday's price action, looking for sales, was the way to go. Okay, in this scenario. Now, in the grand scheme of things, right, buying from down there would have been the ultimate position. You guys see that? Because well, actually, yeah. So today I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I want to trade with the biggest movement during New York. And I'm thinking it's going to be towards the top side. Okay. I think it's going to be towards the top side. Got a nice push up here, and I think it'll extend more bullish. And if it does sell, it's going to be a small one. Initially, I was hoping for this, right? But news can change those things as well. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and close shop. Let me give you guys a markup, and then we'll be moving on. Okay. All right, perfect. Let's come into this entry there. Nico, at least one per session. It'll be one per session. Okay. And at a certain window of time. I know we're still kind of working on the translation of a few things, guys. But you always feel free to ask me questions. Like for example, New York right here. Okay. Yeah. Give me yes, sir, Nandy. Yeah, I think it's looking for New York setups. Is looking them at this is 12 a.m. Eastern. Okay, to 4 p.m. Eastern. So these little if you change, try not to change anything from there, but that's at this current version of it, it's looking for setups 12 a.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern. If it finds something, it'll take it, and if it not, it won't. Okay, let me see. 33. I'm looking, Sonandi, at for the entry. Let me see. Yeah, man. Anywhere around here, around the 38% is ideal. Okay.
Do you have a 25 minutes, G?
No, I don't, dude.
Okay. Because I was thinking if the top box in the sell candle, probably 33.60 here. But then again, I'm seeing on the 15 minutes where it could be a flip
Yeah.
zone where it breaks. It's not retest.
15-minute zone also has that morning star, so that's pretty good, guys. Okay, so I mean, anything around 38% is good for me. Ideally, I would like it for you to touch the Asian session, but I like to take it at least to that area there.
What
30.
price range is a 38%?
Price range is 33.61. So that's your area, man. It's your area.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right. All right, yeah, we'll begin to wrap it up. Today I will be a little busy in the midday, but I'll be a few hours and more in the charts. Anything else that I see, I'll let you guys know. And thank you guys for being here. See you guys mañana inside the Yes or Yes platform. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Pa.
Let me share this chart 1 second.
Thank you.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Forgot about it.